Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Wangere Njeri. This is Voice It Out Broadcast Network, where we inspire change by helping you bloom beyond boundaries. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And if at all it's your first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Please subscribe, like, comment, and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you're the first person to get notified. Today being a Tuesday, we will be having Youthful Tuesday, #We Are Young, Yearning for a Bright Future. And we will be handling the topic Understanding Generation Z. So majorly on Youthful Tuesday, we will be talking about Generation Z, trying to understand them from all perspectives, all dimensions. And today we are just laying up the foundation, okay? So, are you aware of the generations that we have? We have silent generation, born between 1928 to 1945, aged 78 to 98 years and above. Then we have boomers, born between 1946 to 1964, aged 59 to 77 years. From there, we go to Generation X, born between 1965 to 1980, aged between 45 to 58 years, who are then followed by the millennials or Generation Y, whom a majority of us are well familiar with, born between 1981 to 1996, aged 27 to 42 years. Next on the list is Generation Z, born between 1997 to 2012, aged 26 to 11 years. The final generation, which is also the youngest, is Generation Alpha, born from 2013 and beyond, aged 10 years and below. This generation is likely to last up to 2028 because, as you have noticed, each generation has an age gap of 15 years. So I was just laying up the foundation so that you can understand where you are and what I will be discussing here. As I had said earlier, my main focus will be on Generation Z. I want us to have a full understanding of it, just as you can see from the topic. The reason is because it is one of the largest populated generation, together with the millennials. So we will begin with the core characteristics of Generation Z, but before that, it is important to note that they share some characteristics with the millennials. This is common with all generations. That is, a generation sharing or having some similar characteristics of the preceding generation. It is because every current generation shares some characteristics from the preceding one. Okay, so number one, diversity is their norm. This is because a majority of them have grown up in diverse family structures. For example, in inter-community households, single-parent households, a multiracial household, or in households where gender roles are blurred. That is to mean that there are no specific gender roles for a specific gender. As a result, they are less disturbed than previous generations by differences in culture, race, sexual orientation, or religion. You can bear me witness that if there is a diverse generation, then it is this Generation Z. And moving forward to Generation Alpha and other generations to come, expect more diversity from these generations. Number two, they are the first digital natives. Unlike the millennials who were considered digital pioneers, that is, they bore witness to the explosion of technology and social media, Generation Z was born into a world where technology innovation had already taken place and information was increasingly becoming accessible, same case to social media. These technological advancements have had both positive and negative effects on Generation Z. On the plus side, an abundance of information is at their fingertips. They're so informed, allowing them to broaden their knowledge and be proactive in their learning. On the other hand, too much screen time can compound feelings of isolation and lead to underdeveloped social skills. All this is because Generation Z were born when technological innovation had already taken place. And for Generation Alpha, expect more technological use and social media usage from them, because for them, they have been born and raised with technology. Number 3, they are realistic and financially minded. While the millennials came of age during an economic boom, Generation Z have been shaped by the economic pressures they have witnessed their families and communities facing, from financial stress of basic needs to the added cost of other essential commodities as well. Thus, they value stability that comes with conservative spending, stable jobs, and smart investments. So you can bear me witness that the economic times we are living in are so different from the economic times of the millennials or the previous generations. So that is why Generation Z, they are more realistic and financially minded. They want to be financially stable, and all this is because they have witnessed economic pressures from their families to providing basic needs. You can bear me witness that so many people right now are facing economic pressures. Characteristic number 4, many factors contribute to their mental health challenges. Mental health challenges are a sad characteristic of Generation Z, which has been referred to some as the loneliest generation, as their endless hours spent online can foster feelings of isolation and depression. More time spent on smartphone or watching television or Netflix means less time spent cultivating meaningful relationships. Additionally, many young people fall prey to the compare and despair trap that social media presents. So we've seen that this generation was born when technological innovations had already been done, thus leading to their endless hours spent online. So nowadays it's so common to see young people walking around with their phones. They're in a gathering, but everyone is on their phone. It has become a norm. And this is also being slowly transferred to other previous generations like the millennials. And that is the reason why Generation Z are the loneliest, because unlike the millennials, who are also using technology to some extent, they have already established meaningful relationships. But for Generation Z, they have not, and that is why they are the loneliest generation. And moving forward to Generation Alpha, who are being exposed to technology even at a young age, more mental health challenges will be expected also from them. Characteristic number 5, which will be our last one, they are perspective consumers. As consumers, Generation Z's behavior reflects their values and influence of an increasingly digital world. They rely on technology and social networks to make informed purchasing decisions. Their practical nature leads them to explore and evaluate a range of options before settling on a product. In much the same way that Generation Z use social media as a means to create their own personal brand, they also look at their purchasing decision as an expression of their values and identity. So what we are saying here is they also evaluate a range of options before they can make a decision, but eventually they will be influenced by the social media on what they will purchase. And what is key is that whatever they purchase is a reflection of their values or an expression of their values and identity. There are so many other characteristics, but these ones here are the main ones. That is all for today. We will be discussing more about Generation Z in an effort to understand them and create a better society through them, because they are so energetic and that energy needs to be harnessed to achieve meaningful things. So this has been our today's episode of Youthful Tuesday. #We are young, yearning for a bright future. My name is Njeri, and this is Voice It Out Broadcast Network, where we inspire change by helping you bloom beyond boundaries. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you've not subscribed, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like, share, and comment. If you've also not watched the previous videos, please watch them so that you can have a flow and understanding of what is happening. Thank you so much. Let's meet tomorrow in our next video. Bye bye.